dear. Oh, something's spiking me. Good afternoon and welcome back, my lovely, lovely friends. Yeah, very rusty at sitting down to do a podcast, even though I'm probably only a week overdue. But yeah, feels like a really, really, really long month. So how have you all been? Good? I hope so. Actually, I really should do a proper introduction, since I actually do have quite a few new viewers to this channel. So welcome to Sew, Knit, Create and Repeat, which is my YouTube channel where I talk about all the crafty things that I do. And yeah, just document and create community with all you lovely people out there. I live on an island floating around in the South Pacific Ocean, also known as Aotearoa, New Zealand. And I live with my partner, Evan. I've got 3 grown adult children, I've got a set of twin granddaughters, and I have a lovely 2-year-old dog called Digger and 3 chooks called Audrey, Judy and Twiggy. Twiggy's very grumpy. She likes to peck at me when I go into their coop. I did have a beautiful little kitten, but she went missing about on the 12th of December, and I don't think she's coming home. So I tried not to mention her the last time because it makes me really sad. So yeah, that's us in our little world. By day I'm a school librarian and high school librarian, and yeah, by night I'm this. Yeah. And this is my she shed. What's today? Today's Friday the 7th of March 2025. And yeah, we've got a nice sunny afternoon, so that's good because it was quite cool. It was very cold yesterday. Well, when I say very cold, we were 31 degrees Celsius on Monday, 26 degrees Celsius on Tuesday. Wednesday we were 16 high, and yesterday was maybe a bit lower than that, 13 degrees I think it saw. So it's quite a big jump. I'm not sure what the jump is in Fahrenheit, but trust me, you feel the difference. But anyway, we're not here to talk about the weather. We're here to talk about what I've been up to. So the first thing we'll talk about is what I'm sitting in, which is an armchair. Now, it's easier if I just put some B-roll to the side of me there or there, and I'll talk about it there. So I purchased this from the Salvation Army within the last 5 weeks, and it was $30. It was in pretty original conditions, which meant it needed a bit of a sand back and an oil and what have you. So that's what I've done. And then the seat cover you'll see is a really cool vintage print, and that's just a remnant of some old upholstery fabric or curtain fabric that I picked up at a second-hand shop long time, op shop years ago. It's been sitting in my stash waiting for the perfect opportunity. I think I thought I'd use it to make cushions or something like that. That's the armchair. It was made in Hastings, so I can tell it's still got a manufacturer's sticker underneath. But I can't see the any date, and I've done some Googling and I can't find much information, so we'll see. Also, along the lines of woodworking, if you haven't seen my little mini vlog that I did three, I think I checked, I did 3 little vlogs between podcasts, didn't I? I did the hair combs, I can't remember. Anyway, I'll show you what I did. So in case you haven't watched, I'll catch you up because this is all related to knitting and stuff like that. I found a bag at our local Salvation Army store which had a whole lot of wooden bits and pieces in it, and I recognised the niddy noddy in it, but the other stuff I wasn't too sure on because they're all sort of in pieces. Got it home, opened it up, and I was pleasantly surprised to find some nice bits. So I did do a video showing how I just gave them a really light sand back, removed some of the old varnish and scratches, and I didn't even Danish oil them. I just used a beeswax formula and put that in them. So this one here is a Swift. And what you can do, I'll just take the base off so that you can see. You tighten that, and then these bits here, can you see? They push through, and you can adjust them to the, you know, the diameter of the skein. It's cool. I love it. So there's that one. And then, but that's not all. There was a niddy noddy, which I just quickly gave a very, very quick wipe and sand. I've got a friend who's got her mother's spinning wheel, and I'm not sure whether she inherited a niddy noddy with it, so I'll see, and this might go to her. Yeah, it's always somebody, oops, sorry, that can benefit. And then I also got this Lazy Kate, which I also sanded back and just gave an oil or a coating of the beeswax finish. So that was all my woodworking bits. I love wood. Oh, that smells good. I love wood. Oh, that smells good. And then there was one more thing that I did. I don't have to get out of my chair too much. So this lamp base came from my mum, and she'd picked it up secondhand from somewhere, and it was widened with a really old, ugly, like the end of an extension cord or something. It was a big white thing, and it just looked gross. So I found a place in New Zealand here that it's called Shady Lady, and they sell lots of stuff to do with lights and lamps, and so you can buy different fittings, power cords, light bulbs, all sorts of stuff. So I had actually bought the kit, but I thought you had to solder the earth wire in, and it wasn't until I was showing Evan, so I've had it for about a year, this kit, that I realised that you actually only need there's actually a proper screw for it. It's just the way that the last person had wired it in, they just soldered it in. So I went down and got myself a France light bulb, and then I went hunting at op shops, just kept my eye open for lamp shades. But I didn't want anything, I wanted something that I could recover, but when it came to doing it, I was actually like, I don't really want fabric, because I'd like to be able to see the top of the lamp, and I'd like to be able to see the light bulb a little bit. I just want to all I want to do is diffuse some of that light so that it's not bright when you look at it. So I grabbed a ball of string of garden twine and I started having a play with it. So all I wanted was this middle section to be a little bit thicker, and the bottom didn't and top didn't matter so much. I sort of, I just wanted it to be a little bit different. I actually had some leftovers of another ball of twine which was dyed, so I thought that added a little bit of texture, and I have woven in and out using a bodkin. And so I'm going to find another, I've got another lamp base which is a brass, like a Chinese I think, one that I picked up, and I've also rewired it and new switch and bayonet fitting. So I'm going to find another light lamp shade for that one and do something similar with that one as well. I'll put a picture up somewhere of what it looks like when it's going. I don't think you guys need to be blasted out with that, but I'm really stoked with it, and I think Mum would be pretty chuffed that her old lamp has got some new life in it. Now that's not all. Now this is just a quick recap again, because I've done a video for this. But one day I was at work and I had this sudden thought, this urge that I wanted to make something different with my dried flowers. So I came home and I made this. I had no idea what I was doing. I hadn't looked up any tutorials. I just went with my gut and I made this little clip. I liked that. So I went into town the following Saturday, bought some more combs, and then I sat down and I did another one and I filmed it for you guys. And that was this one here, which I've worn twice. I wore it to work one day and I wore it to a wedding that I went to. And it looks really, really, really pretty. See that? So yeah, if you want to know how to make these, check out my video. My throat's really sore. Nice sip of coffee, that'll fix it. But that's not all. There's some other finished things. These are all knitting related now. I have got this beauty. It's my Radvent cardigan. And for those of you who don't know, you might be new or whatever, this was knit up in my midwinter mini skein advent thingy that I got from Mama Wooling last year. And if I just get this is all my leftovers. So quite a bit there, so quite enough room to do something else too. So that's exciting. I love it. It looks really, really nice on. I'll put it on to show you. Didn't quite work with this dress today, so I didn't wear it with this dress today. But it's lovely and soft. Just got secondhand buttons on it. I don't buy buttons new. There's so many available in the op shops. There you go. Hopefully that looks, it's very warm. Oh, it's too warm to wear it now. It's warmed up. So that's one knitted finished object. Absolutely loved making this. I love I think the changing of the colours makes it exciting and addictive. And even the colours you're not so keen on, they just sort of seem to work. I mean, just look at that. Beautiful. That would have to be one of my favourites, colour there. So nice. Right, there's that one. Then there's another finished object. Where am I looking? I've got stuff everywhere, guys. My Cumulus socks. This is a pattern by Kelly Menzies of Row and Cades. Not biased at all because she's my friend. I actually was a tester for this last year, and I went through, did the first sock because that's all you need to do for a test. Got that complete and then put the sock project down and didn't come back to it. I think I did the rib and that was it. So what I did was, when I was working on her latest pattern, which is the dusting of frost socks, I thought, now to stop me from getting that second sock syndrome, what I'll do is I'll finish the first dusting of frost sock and then I'll finish the second one of these and then go back to the second dusting of frost sock. And it worked. Because, you know, when you finish a sock, you got that feeling of, oh yeah, I've completed it. Oh no, actually I haven't. I've got one more and I've done it all. It's kind of boring now. So that's going to be my plan going forward, is that I'll work on 2 at a time in that way. So once I've finished the dusting of frost socks, which I'll show you shortly, I'll pick out 2 sets of yarn, 2 patterns, because I've got lots and lots of sock patterns that my friend Sue sent me, but I've also still got a few that I've purchased off Kelly that I haven't knit yet either. So I'll go through and I'll start one sock, finish it, and then start the other pattern, finish that one, and then go backwards and forwards. So I'm alternating, and then by the time I finish, I've got 2 new pairs of socks. Sound like a plan, Stan? So this Cumulus sock pattern has got these clever little stitches that look like cables, but they're not. And we all love something that looks like cables but is not. So I'm gonna, sorry, I accidentally paused you. So what happens, I'm using my my Apple Watch as a remote, because who was it? Loz? One of you guys, Loz, your Instagram name, said when I was making those combs, she said if you've got an Apple Watch you can use it to kind of like a viewfinder, and I was like, I did not know that. So I looked into it and I was like, yes, now I can see how my camera's positioned, because I don't use the selfie camera. I hate seeing my face. So yeah, this is the pattern up close, and I can see that I'm showing you this. It's also a benefit too, so if this goes out of focus I should be able to tell by looking at my watch, because last time the last part of the podcast was all out of focus. Yes, there you go. And I used yarn that I dyed myself. So there's those ones. Move the sock blocker out of the way. I need a pen so I can cross all these goodies off. And off the needles last night, can you guess? Dun, 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 dun. This is the Simply Scrappy Cowl by Helen Stewart of Curious Handmade. My friend Angie, she dyed up 3 sets of mini skeins at home, and she kept one for herself. She sent one to me and she sent one to Kelly, and then we sort of somehow came to an agreement that we'd all knit the same thing, so we chose a pattern, and yeah, we're all working on this. Angie finished hers first, I've finished mine second, and Kelly will be along shortly. Now, to be fair, Kelly is a knitwear designer. She knits for a living. Her time is limited. So you are forgiven, Kelly. Don't feel guilty. But you know, Angie got these colours with... Oh, somebody's got up my nose. Oh, come on. Feels like I've got something up here. Kelly dyed the yarns with food colouring, which I heard you could do, but I didn't really realise how great the colours would be. Now, I haven't washed it or blocked it because I actually really like how it's got that sort of textured look with the eyelets. So I think for now I'll just leave it like this, and eventually I'll have to wash it anyway. The yarn is from Expression Fibre Arts, I remember that now, and I think it's a merino and viscose blend. I could be wrong, but I think that's what it is. It's got that lovely little bit of sheen and drape, and it's really, 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 really soft. What we did, we decided, so we sort of chose the colours, tried to, from in the distance, tried to match up so that we had a same colour order, and we knit 1 through to 11 to the middle, and then the other half of 11 there, and then back down to 1. And I just I weighed all my balls and then wound off half a ball, weighed them, and so I had these little baggies with 2 balls in each one. So that's how I did that. So that's lovely, nice and long, really warm. It was quite cool yesterday, and I was sitting in the house and I was like, oh, I feel cold. I've also, it's that time of the month at the moment, so I just feel a bit under the weather anyway. So it was just a really nice cozy hug. It was a lovely hug from my friend Angie right around my neck. How's that for a description? And that's all the finished things. So, yeah, that's all me finished things. Now, what have I been working on? I'll tell you what I've been working on. I've actually put progress keepers in these. Where are we? Okay, we'll talk about this one. This is the Dusting of Frost sock, and I'm using a skein, a sock set that I got from my friend Sue, and it is Life of Birds Sock Clubs 2020 by, what does it say, Sherry Iris. Beautiful little band. And you know I'm going to have to blow my nose now because I've had a sneezing fit. Great. Is there a tissue in here is the question. So that's the 2 there. Can you see that? There you go. I'm using this as my viewfinder. I'm being a very, very responsible podcaster. And I managed to find something to blow my nose. So, right. So those are the yarns. Now I'm on the Dusting of Frost sock. I'm on the second sock. I've just done the heel flat and turn, and yeah, I made a mistake. I cut yarn A, so, but that's all right. I'll just rejoin it and carry on. So that's all right. So that's what I'm up to in that one. So I'll be just about done. So there you go. beautiful, beautiful pattern. The patterning's only on the front side, even up the leg, which gives you a bit of a reprieve on that second half of the sock. And they actually look like little cables as well. And they've got a nice little eyelet detail along the side of the foot. So there you go. It reminds me of like caramel and strawberry together. I love it. And I'm quite excited now because I've got a decent stash of sock yarn there, so I can't even remember what's in there anymore, so I'll be able to go in and go, oh, what's my next pair? So yeah, so these are the Dusting of Frost socks by Kelly Menzies of Row and Cades, and I'm knitting the 64 stitch one because it corresponded to the size of the width of my foot, but I did find this a little bit tight before blocking. It's not too bad after blocking, but I wonder whether next time maybe I should just stick to 72 stitches, because maybe I've got I might have a tight gauge. I did the only time I've ever gauge swatched for socks is when I've tested, because I want to have that true and correct for Kelly, but otherwise I just go for it. So either that or else I've just tightened up, I don't know. So yes, that's that one. So I'll put that way in there. And then, oh yes, this one here. You're joking. Hang on. Neighbours are mowing their lawns. I'll just shut that door. So inconsiderate. So what was I talking about? Daydreamer, Andrea Mowry. Put it down because, to be honest, I was finding the cables a little bit tedious, but for some reason when I picked it up this time, yeah, I picked it up this time and I didn't have an issue. So the Daydreamer is this beautiful, beautiful pattern, but it is intense. Just trying to find a photo for you. My patterns, all my charts. Very scrunched up pattern here. See that? And I've chosen to knit mine with a strand of merino and possum, which it's undyed. I got that from Wild Earth Yarns in New Zealand, and I'm holding it together with a strand of Drops Kid Silk Mohair in this sort of sagey green or sea mist colour. Not sure what the name is. Might have the tag in here. It is colour 34. Yep. So that's that. So this is where I'm up to on it. So it has a high-low front and back. So it's got a split at the cuff there. And then you've got cables, bobbles. Cables, bobbles. And yeah. No, I just use this little cable needle here. I know that there's a method of just swapping the stitches around. I did try that and did it for a little bit when I did the Ponderosa top. I didn't like it. I found it too stressful. So, yeah. So it's knitted bottom up. So I was up to that marker there. I'd done that much. And then I've done this much. Although I haven't picked it up for maybe a week, I think. I've now put the back on holders, and the front I've just done the working. I've put this the left hand front on hold, and now I'm working on the right front. And yeah, that's that. So I think I'll do that for a bit and then separate for the sleeves and so on. And there was some slightly technical instructions, so that's why I put it down, and I was probably last Friday and I just haven't worked on it all week. So yeah, made some progress. So actually, let's just move the progress keeper, which is a little chicken made for me by the Kelly, commissioned by the Angie. There you go. Yeah. Am I blurry? I don't think so. Well, let's pop you over here. That in here. Right. And the next one we're going to talk about is the Gloam, which is a pattern by Caitlin Hunter. It's a big oversized jacket slash cardigan, and I'm using wool yarn that I've made myself. I've spun it, I've carded it. It's a combination of an unknown sheep breed. I just bought a big bag of it from a craft shop, but it didn't have much information about what the breed of the sheep was, so I carded that up with some alpaca that I got from my friend in its raw state, and I have picked it, combed it, washed it and carded it. So it's a labour of love, I tell you. But I have finished the back. So when you last, so there's the back, it has got lots of bounce and it will drop quite a bit, I suspect, when it's being washed. It's got its pattern there, which is a little bit hard to see there, but you will be able to see that better, I think, when like I say, when it's being washed and blocked down the rib. So I was, from the top, I was there, and yeah, that's all I had to do for that. And now I'm working on the left front. Yeah, which is going a lot quicker because it's only got half the amount of stitches. And that's our pattern there, which is a little bit hard to see there. So there's the ball there. I'm still spinning up the yarn. I need to blend some more actually. Yeah. So yeah, when the weather started to get a bit cold, I was like, ooh, time to make myself a nice winter cardigan. What else have we got, girls and boys? That doesn't belong in there. Do you like it? Got it from an op shop. What else have we got? Oh yes, now, did I bring it in? Oh. Well, the linen top, I think I only did, oh no, there it is there. I've got so many bags here. Okay, we'll talk about this one first. Broken Wing Shawl by Locatelli. I was at that marker there, and now I'm up to here. So I think I've done a little bit on just about everything that I've got going actually. I'm using 4-ply yarn that I was gifted by my friend Sue, and it is Lay Family Yarn. I think it's called like roasting chestnuts, something like that. Really, really beautiful. Probably hard to tell, so I pick that up every now and then. And I don't normally talk about my project bags, but I will. This is the bag from the 2024 East Anglia Yarn Festival, which I did not go to. My friend Sue sent that to me too. So now I kind of feel like part of the UK knitting gang. What else do we have going on here, guys? Now I've got the Haiku top, which I think I did knit a little bit on, but I think I might put it on holders and just start it up closer to spring, because it's not going to get done in time for the warm weather. I haven't quite split for sleeves, but that's where I've got there. I don't know if you can see. Why am I so close together? Why am I zoomed? Oh my gosh. How long have I been zoomed? You know what it is? I think I'm yelling. It's because my watch has got this little dial on it, and I must have knocked it. I'm so sorry if you've just seen me up close for ages. That would be really typical. It's like, that just looks so close up. There you go. I'm not redoing the rest of it, I tell you. There's absolutely no production values here, so I think I've done about 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 rounds since you last saw it. So yeah, I think I'll put those on some stitch holders and start working on this maybe August or something like that. That might be the plan. Put the needles away for later on. Got that. What's in this one? I don't think I've worked on that. I think that might be about it. Oh, and my Nana jersey. I've been working on my Nana jersey. I've just started picking this up again, so there's not a lot of progress, but I'm on a mission now. So yeah, I've done 1.5 inches since you last saw it. I'm so annoyed about zooming. I'm such, what do you call it? I'm such a rookie. I've probably made myself too far away now, have I? Oh God, I need my glasses. Is that better? So bad. Yeah, there's Nana's jersey. I'd like to get that done as soon as possible, because she's she had a fall on the weekend, and she's been told by the medical staff that they won't let her go home. She has to go into care. She's just had too many call outs to the St. John's, so they've put their foot down, and it's for her own, well, yeah, safety, you know, peace of mind. I do feel sad for her though. And that's all me knitting and crafting, guys. Whew. Oh, I did buy some cones, but I don't have a purpose for them yet, so I'll show you another time. Yeah, so that's all the crafty stuff done. Life, yeah, I love my life, but I'm tired at the moment. And no, don't worry, I'm okay. It's just that time of the month, so this week's been a bit of a hard week. Work has been fine. I'm back at work now, have been for 5 weeks. And what else has been going on, guys? yeah, got a few sewing plans. I've got some fabric out on the line that I've just purchased and washed. Yeah, so you might see a bit of sewing next time I film. Digger is 2. He turned 2 this week. My puppy. Yeah, but we're just ticking along, really. Ticking along. Evan's work's been really busy. The unusual speedway and things like that. My daughter, she broke her foot back in January at a wedding dancing. So she's got a cast off now. She's had the pins taken out. So that's all done. And yeah. Garden's going good. I've still got a video to edit for that. Sort of a bit with that channel because I feel like, I don't know, am I wasting my time, guys? I don't know. Yeah. I feel like I'm just going through the motions now. I better not be zooming in again. That was so annoying. I wonder how much I've done zoomed in. What a dick. Meow. You know what, guys? I've just met some of the most amazing friends on doing this YouTube. And I really want to thank you all for that. I've debated about saying anything about this because it's sort of not my news to share, but I also feel like you know, we've had this discussion before about what would happen if a podcaster died and you wouldn't know. And a lady who I considered an internet friend, Michelle, she I discovered her channel. So she'd had a YouTube channel, and I'm not sure what it was called, but then she'd got sick with breast cancer and had stopped filming and went through all her treatment and all that sort of stuff, and pulled those videos or made them private, whatever, and then started a new channel once she was on the road to recovery called A Simple Life. And she had this plan. Her and her husband and her girls were going to move to, I think they were going to move to Scotland, but then that changed and they moved to another part of England, and they just wanted to live a simpler life. And she had all these hopes and dreams. And then at the beginning of 2024 was then, yeah, beginning of last year, I think, like that last winter had, she did a last video and then she went quiet, and I was worried then, but more for her mental health, you know. She'd reached out a few times and she'd just said how much she enjoyed watching my videos, and she even mentioned me in one of her videos, which made me cry actually. Such a nice lady. And then she came back and she told us that she was really brave, and she put up a video end of last year, to say that her cancer had come back, and it was stage 4. So anyway, I think she was encouraged to start a Patreon, which I thought was a brilliant idea. I was in there straight away. Boom, Patreon. Let's help her fund some alternative therapy to go along with the therapy that she was receiving, and try and extend her life, or give her a bit better quality of life. And she did that. And then earlier this in February, her husband went onto the Patreon community and let us know that she'd passed away. And my heart, I saw that come through and I was at work. And I just sort of, it's so strange. And actually I was watching Gaynor from Tales from Cuckoo Land and her Gaynor Jane vlog, and I can't remember which one she was talking about. It might have even been on her Patreon, talking about these non-physical relationships that we have with people, but they're very, very real. And her husband, I'm so grateful that he reached out and told us. So yeah, if you followed Michelle, which I'm sure some of you did, yeah, poor Michelle. Brave, brave woman, absolutely brave. What a place to cut out. I don't know what happened there. I finished talking. I went to hit stop on the camera remote on my watch and it was already off. So what I was just saying is how brave Michelle was, and yeah, really, really sad. And that also I've given Evan strict instructions to contact Kelly and Angie and let them know if anything happens to me, like getting hit by a bus or such thing, and then they can let you guys know. Because what a horrible feeling to not know. Yeah, I'm sure you guys feel like you know me. Hey. So that's all that last bit of waffle was. But anyway, thank you all for coming to see me. Thank you for coming to hang out with me. I will be back before the end of this month, I promise, to update you quickly on what I've been doing here in the she shed, and then I will be back in April for daily vlogs, because that's when I have the school holidays, and I really enjoy hanging out with you guys every single day while I'm on holiday. So take care, everybody. Love you all to bits, and I will catch you next time. Mwah. See ya. Yeah. I don't need to do that anymore, Carla. You can just go like this.